Guys, it's time to get it going. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Horned Frogs offense will get the first possession of the game. When this guy comes onto the field, David, he seems to bring the it factor with him.
So much fun as a play caller to have a guy you depend on, you trust. You know, Palmer, you're going to get the best out of this young man.
He's also one of those guys, David, who just elevates everybody else around him, right? All 10 guys in that huddle offensively just seem to play better knowing they've got confidence in this guy.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. After the missed connection, it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The inside handoff. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Using his legs, it's Cook. And the Horned Frogs pick up the 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Snagged in the middle, it's Cook. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, TCU! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense has the ball for the first time. A big challenge for both of these quarterbacks, Jesse, is dealing with a ball-hawking free safety on the other side.
Oh, you're right, Reese. QBs better be good with their eyes. Better not stare down wide receivers in this one, because if you float the ball down the middle of the field, that's getting picked.
And these guys are going to be right in the middle of the field, flying all over the field, and quarterbacks will make sure that they are locked in and not throwing the ball near those guys.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Fast motion from the offense. Trying play action. Got his man quickly. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. And he ends up taking a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
He'll try to feel the button, see if he can give his offense better field position. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Complete to the left. The expressway is wide open. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. And he's going to score. Touchdown, BYU! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Minnesota is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things in Minneapolis. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off it, this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Nebraska. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Got the back over the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's James. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. At the 40, there he goes. They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the 1st. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's James. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. The Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. They'll run the screen. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. 6th play of the drive coming up. They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
And how about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's right on target. Good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down. Offense set on 1st down. Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Well, if you're going to get 1st downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Excellent job by the DB, breaking on the football, getting there and making sure he gets a hand on it and deflects. Listen, it's not about catching it. It's not about getting the interception. It's making sure he doesn't catch it and deflecting that thing where he can't get it.
They're working that left side. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Cougars headed quickly to the line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Trying to find his man on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, BYU! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. On the ground, it's Cook. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Getting some heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
Finds him out of the backfield. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking to throw it again. Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a crease. It's Cook. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Okay, ready? Offense gets set for second down. Tackle is made after the first down.
Defenses want to get aggressive. You got to keep them balanced. You got to keep them thinking about something. Just keep that little nugget in their head. Like, listen, we will run the misdirection. Mess with their eyes a little bit just to keep them honest.
An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14.
Well, you're down here in the red zone. You know you've got to be able to run the football, so good call going with the toss play. Nice blocking up front. Good patience by the back finding his crease.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Hoover. Gets it out fast. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, not down and distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and goal. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed at linebacker. He can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He's looking to throw. He just threw it away, couldn't find a man, and I guessed at least he saved a few yards of field position. A 1st down for the offense. He's looking to throw it right down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll immediately call timeout.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Finds his man down the middle.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The completion short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Swanson. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. This will likely be the last play of the half. To the air on 1st down. He's got his man. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And as the clock is winding down here in the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal team. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as the 1st half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Got the first down and still on his feet. And they'll finally bring him. Rips off a huge play. BYU lines up quickly.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through the tackle. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. He's going to pass. Makes the catch. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. BYU now into the red zone. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they'll get him on the ground at the 3-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Got it. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Spider! Reload!
They'll try the run. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone.
Unlock! Go!
They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Washington had an impressive showing at home, and to do it with some of the legends of the past there, Mark Brunell, Napoleon Kaufman, and Lincoln Kennedy, what a special victory. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Hoover. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They'll throw it on first down. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line getting set on second down.
Come on, set. Ringo.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Let's see what they've got on second down.
Let's go. Now.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's back to throw on second down. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third down, he drops to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And he intercepts it. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, the defense was able to get to the QB, and I think that's what really creates the interception. Because of the pressure and because of the hit on the quarterback, it affected the velocity, it affected the accuracy of the throw. The defense comes away with a huge takeaway.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to...
And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
Here we go.
To the air, it's Hoover. Makes the grab down the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Looking to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Rodgers. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires on the run. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on 1st down. He'll throw it. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Grabs it in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
They'll line up to go for 2.
Jackrabbit. Hustle, hustle. Arrow. Pilot.
Back to pass, it's Hoover. He gets the 2-point conversion, and we've got a ball game. They're down by 7. Past the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Cougars.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. ULM is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed.
Holding.
They're trailing by 21 to Arkansas State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First down here for the offense. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Coming after it. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He's got it on the move. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
BYU lines up with a 1st and goal.
25.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it.
He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. TCU will send its offense back onto the field, looking for a productive play on first down. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually...
Oh,